ANC was formed 1912. The mission was to deliver land back to its owners, we black South Africans. But because the ANC was in cahoots with apartheid, we brutally failed to deliver land back to our people, black people. Today, as the river says, they sell our land to foreigners, illegal foreigners for that matter. Whether legal or illegal, these people have got no say in our country. They must go and fix their countries there. We know that some African countries hosted us for some years. I can count them, very few of them. We can't afford to host millions of Africans in our country. They demand free medical aid, medical assistance. They don't buy electricity, they don't buy water. They occupy buildings by force, and the ANC government say nothing. Now GNU is also quiet because they are looking at their salary. They are afraid Ramaphosa, when they talk, Ramaphosa will chase them out. So all GNU guys, DA, whatever, they are looking at their salaries now. They are quiet. They don't talk about foreigners. Instead, even this toothless Human Rights Commission is used to attack Operation Dudula. Operation Dudula, ex-deport, ex-repo, and what is the other? There are 4. We say to you, go on with your work, protect South Africans. By chasing them out of the hospitals doesn't mean you are racist or you are whatever. We some can use against you, or xenophobic, as they say. In Ghana, when Africans are chased out, that is not xenophobia. But in South Africa, it is xenophobia. Why? So I say we can't host millions of Africans here. We were very few, we are not even million in African countries. And we had our own doctors, our small clinics. We only go to their hospitals under emergency, serious emergency. But they come here, some women of Zimbabwe cross the border pregnant, especially Limpopo River. Then they land in Limpopo province. From there, hospital, deliver a kit. The kid must get a birth certificate and a grant. And she doesn't go back to her home. They are now South Africans. This thing must come to a stop. Ramaphosa and your ANC, stop this thing. This is rubbish. We don't agree to this because we fought hard for this country. We suffered for this country. I don't know where were you in 1970s, Ramaphosa. In fact, Ramaphosa, let me tell you straight. Your father was apartheid SA police. When the June 16 student uprising got hot, your father took you to Limpopo, to Venda, to go and study. After grade 12, or maybe, I don't know, what did they call it those days? Not grade 12, eh? It was metric. You went to Teflop University. And you and Musiwa Lokota are head and dog. Because Musiwa doesn't hide that you sold them to whites. And at some stage I read online that you, Ramaphosa, you are apartheid police constable. So please, Ramaphosa, I don't know who chose you to be president of NC or of the country. Because you are selling us out. You sold us out. In township, we say you sold us 9 out. So the ANC, Africa, and the world must know that you supported us, but this ANC of 1912 failed to deliver land back to its owners. I don't know why. Because they've been getting money from whites for years.
Yeah, the constitution of the country, remember, it was drafted, it was a cut and paste. Constitution of the country, South Africans don't know the constitution. But in most cases, when the government tries to protect or defend itself, they will refer to the constitution. The constitution which was cut and paste because they took something from the constitution of the Afrikaner, of the apartheid system. And you remember it was Cyril and Rudolf Meyer. That is why the question of land even today is not being resolved. That we must pay for our land to get it back. It's a system that has been created that we take them to these talks, talk about talks, the grotesques and so on and so forth. The grotesques and so on and so forth. When even Chris Hani said, when they told him that you must renounce violence or armed struggle, he said, this is what they wanted me to sacrifice of selling the land. He said it that I will never, because the following day in the morning, he saw Mandela, Rudolf Meyer, Alfred Denzo, F.W. de Klerk declaring that everything is okay. After some few months, Chris is been removed from Orlando where he was staying because they knew that Janus Walus will never enter into in Orlando. They took him to the racist place, Boxback. That's where they finished him. Because Chris at that time now, he was a problem to them. He was the only person who had more support within the liberation movement than Mandela. And they knew that they gave us this Mandela who sold us. This Mandela, we don't know this kind of Mandela, why he acted this way. You can't serve 27 years or whatever years that you served by the system that incarcerated you, and then after that you drink coffee with them, you say, no, we made a mistake. Take the land back. Today they are destroying him. They are destroying him. They say he sold the Reserve Bank, he said the ANC will never go for the Freedom Charter, they renounced the Freedom Charter, and so many things. Nationalization, understand? They are destroying him now because he's not one of them. In fact, they are destroying the real Mandela, that the one who died in Robben Island. Not this one that they created. This one they created, he never even worked closely with his own comrades. If you remember when we were in Tanzania, when we had a sitting in the United States Embassy, that's when Mandela was released. I told Jung, I said, no, this one is not him. And I don't know where that thing came from, but it's because I knew,
You know him
his personality. I said, no, this one is not him.